All right, chat. What's going on? It's Wednesday, March 4th. You are watching the Coin Zone. I'm your host, Crypto with Paul. Guys, listen, if you're just joining the chat now, clap it up. Clap it up for yourselves. Clap it up for being here. We got a lot to discuss today, so let's get right to it. All right. Hit that like button on the way in. Make sure to sub if you haven't already. We got a lot of stuff to discuss. Let's turn this music down and let's get right into today's topic. So number one, guys, breaking news. So supposedly Trump met privately with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong before criticizing banks over a stalled crypto bill. Now, this is huge news. Why is this huge news? Well, genuinely, as we're covering this whole thing, okay, if you haven't been following along here in the Coin Zone, we've been following every step of the way, live streams, longer form videos on what exactly is happening between the banks, between the crypto industries right now. Brian Armstrong has been vocal, stablecoin yields, Jamie Dimon's been vocal, and where has this administration been the whole time, right? Trump obviously has a lot of stuff to deal with. I don't know how much in the loop he is, how much he knows, how much say he has, but this has now escalated into what we're seeing here. So Charles Hoskinson, as we just covered in one of our videos that just came out this week on YouTube, guys, go check it out. Just put it out yesterday. Okay, we covered how Charles Hoskinson basically looks crazy right now. Chief the Yorkie, what's going on, brother? It's pumping, but we all know it's going to go back down. Yeah, unfortunately, I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see this. But we made a video yesterday about Charles' reaction to this market structure bill in general and how he is not a fan of it. Just because it's a bill doesn't mean it should be passed. But now we see Charles flipping the script a little bit. I agree with the president, he says. The banks amended the bill 137 times. That's crazy. They have to stop messing with it and trying to shut down the industry. So what did Trump say, guys? I guess after he met with Brian Armstrong, he goes ahead and says this: the Genius Act is being threatened and undermined by the banks, and that is unacceptable. We are not going to allow it. The U.S. needs to get market structure done ASAP. Americans should earn more money on their money. The banks are hitting record profits, and we're not going to allow them to undermine on our powerful crypto agenda that will end up going to China and other countries if we don't get the Clarity Act taken care of. The Genius Act was the USA's first big step to make the United States the crypto capital of the world, and getting the Clarity Act done is the next step to finish the job, and most importantly, keep this big, beautiful bill and powerful industry in our country. The banks should not be trying to undercut the Genius Act or hold the Clarity Act hostage, blah, blah, blah. It's great to see you guys. Crazy J Travels, what's up, brother? Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate the vibes. Love to see it. I like your logo. It looks pretty sick. But this is the positive stuff that we're looking for in the middle of a freaking war, guys. This guy has enough time to drop some freaking bombs and then come on X, pause, that sounded weird, and be like, we need the Clarity Act. Jamie Dimon, step aside. This is crazy, right? And then, see, for me is, who truly knows how much is going on behind the scenes? That's the true thing. Trump can say this all he wants, right? He's been saying very positive, bullish, oh, America's crypto capital of the world. No, it's not. It's not yet. We are far from it, okay? If you genuinely want it to be the crypto capital of the world, you got to step up. You got to get stuff done. All right, David Sachs has not done a good job. I really don't think he has. Okay, and at the same time, unfortunately, rationally, what's also been holding us back is Trump meme coins, Melania meme coin, World Liberty Fi doing some shady things. That has given the Democrats power to be like, should we trust crypto? Look at what Trump's doing with it now. Trump equals crypto equals bad. I do think that is a legitimate thing when Charles says that. But we've had all these hurdles, guys, for no freaking reason, and you hate to see it. This is from the Kobisi letter yesterday. President Trump says he is not going to allow banks to undermine our powerful crypto agenda. They need to make a good deal with the crypto industry. Now, I've also seen other posts as well. President Trump warns the crypto industry will end up in going to China. That's from the same post. But we've also heard from Cynthia Lummis. announced live on CNBC. This is from this morning, guys, that banks will now be allowed to offer Bitcoin. Let's take a listen to Cynthia real quick.
They can serve you both in fiat currencies like the US dollar and digital assets like Bitcoin. It's going to create the 21st century financial services industry.
Yeah, and what people really don't understand already, guys, is cryptocurrency has already ushered in a new form of a financial system. Bitcoin has successfully already has now a credit system built on top of it. Just like what happened with gold, everything in the past, you have Michael Saylor out there now. The game is completely different now. For people, the most insane thing to me, guys, being in crypto for this long, is it went from in 2 seconds, it went from being a complete joke, nobody cares, who cares, to the largest institutions in the world and banks now and all this stuff. You know, I'm referring to BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, all these guys, right? And countries, by the way, whole ass El Salvador out here, you know. It went from in 2 seconds to who cares, it's fake internet money, to okay, this is legitimized, to okay, no, we're building a new financial system around it. And still, as that took place, the average person still is not interested in Bitcoin at all, doesn't get it, doesn't want to learn it, still thinks it's a scam. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I've been in crypto since 2021-ish, early 2021-ish. I've seen this industry go from hype to now it's all a scam to oh no, it's still a scam. It went up, who cares? To the bank saying, no, we're going to take this, we're going to build our own products on top of this, and we're going to try our hardest to discard everything else, all the good aspects of blockchain and DeFi. They don't care about. So, you know, I said this in one of my videos again recently, I think on the live on Monday, guys, but right now in 2026, if you're new to crypto, listen to this. Right now in 2026, there's rails that never existed before. And those rails are TradFi rails. So you have the option right now to utilize blockchain by, number one, sticking with the same institutions that you're already banking with now, who are taking advantage of this tech for themselves, or you can use true DeFi. You can truly interact with platforms like ETH, Cardano, Hyperliquid, and you can do things without needing a middleman or a banker or somebody to tell you that you're good to do anything. You have two options. You got the same route, the TradFi centralized route, or you can opt out of that system and go use DeFi. So make sure you know what you're interacting with. Chief the Yorkie, when my friend first told me about Bitcoin in 2016, he said this: it's supposed to go to 100,000, and in less than 10 years, it went from 400 to 126,000. Crazy. Yeah, when I first got to Bitcoin and, you know, watching videos of Max Kaiser, oh, it's going to 1 million. Like, I was like, how? That doesn't even compute in your head. Doesn't even make sense, right? But then just like you're saying, Chief the Yorkie, I've seen in my days, Bitcoin go from, you know, all-time high, 69K, to drop all the way back down to 16,000 and then shoot back up to 126. It's absolutely crazy. And I'll say it again, guys, for all the gold bugs out there. Oh, no, gold this, precious metals, blah, blah, blah. For me, guys, the thing is, look at the two charts. Look at a gold chart, look at a Bitcoin chart. The thing I can say for you is Bitcoin is the clear winner for many different reasons over the next 10 to 20 years. Number one, Bitcoin is a digital asset that's more native to young people. Young people get that more. You can't put gold on your freaking Apple Pay and swipe and pay with something. You can do that with Bitcoin. You can do a lot more with Bitcoin. Young people get it more. They buy it more on average, way more than gold. That's a statistical fact. And this generation is also very soon going to start inheriting the biggest wealth transfer in history from boomers to themselves. Also, guys, if you just look at a gold and a Bitcoin chart, for me, it's Bitcoin is gold just compressed. You look at the chart, you're going to get better gains in a shorter amount of time. That's the way I see it. I'm not saying anything bad about gold. Clearly, I mean, I think now successfully since 2000, it's outperformed the stock market. I think that might be true at this point. But look, guys, I mean, this is the space that we're in. You know, when I had a buddy actually of mine recently reach out to me just this week. He said, bro, I got $1,000. I got 1K. What am I doing? What am I buying here? What altcoins should I buy? You know what I said to him? Because I know this guy, I said, Bitcoin and ETH. And I knew what the response was going to be. A degen response. All right? Isaac, if you're watching this, is a true degen response. You know what he said? Nah, tell me about the riskier ones. I said, bro, you're not there yet. You're a passer. Okay? This is not something you're going to monitor. I'm not going to tell this kid right now, yeah, you know what? Go buy some freaking, I don't know, something less risky. Because I know this person is not sold on holding long term. This is something that will possibly be a short-term position because this person has no idea what they're doing. They're not invested. They're not vested to learn and continue to understand and monitor the space. This person is probably going to cash out soon because they don't know what they're doing. And I know this because I've spoken to this person about crypto for the past 4 years and they still have never bought in anything. And they're coming back around now. So I said, start with Bitcoin and ETH, brother. Okay. He said, what about the crazy ones? I said, I don't invest in crazy and any big risks anymore. The whole thing is a risk at this point. It always has been, but things are much more clear to me now. I said, outside of that, you know, my other holds and things I'm genuinely interested in that are more risky for sure. I said, BitTensor, Hyperliquid, XRP. There you go. Have fun. But generally my advice to him was stick with Bitcoin and ETH right now, especially because, I mean, you can look at ETH way different now than how you can look at it since last year, right? Since 14, 15 months ago, 2 years ago, Ethereum is such a way different product now because it's been completely legitimized by Wall Street, by large institutions, guys like Tom Lee, JP Morgan's building stablecoins on top of it. You know, you got Fidelity out here, stablecoins. There's massive institutions and companies are not only just like, you know, dipping their toe in or deciding to use ETH for something small, they're setting up a new financial system. This is what XRP lovers and maxis love XRP for. They think still that XRP is going to be the one single chosen entity for a brand new financial system. That's just not how it's going to work. You have many different ways to send money around. There's not going to be one single winner or loser. Now, can they both be successful in their own rights? Absolutely. And we're watching that play out in real time. That's why I hold both of them. This tribalism back and forth in crypto is so crazy to me, guys. People think, oh no, my coin's going to win. Your coin's not. Like, it's such a silly way. Invest in them all. If you think they both have genuine rational use cases, why not hold both? That way, when you see two idiots bickering on both sides and they're both doing good, you could just say, well, okay, well, great. Now I have exposure to both. So who cares? It's like watching Democrats and Republicans fight. It's all noise, guys. Who cares? It's all noise. Chief the Yorkie, my sister's boyfriend thinks XRP is going to go to $1,000. I laughed. I don't understand where this narrative comes from. You have Jake Claver, who went on the Dropping Bombs podcast. Shout out to Bradley. It's a great podcast if you're a business guy, entrepreneur, etc. Dropping Bombs podcast with Bradley. Great podcast. You have Jake Claver, who went on that podcast. Thanks, bro. Great channel, by the way. Crazy J Travels. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tapping in. Love to see it. But you have Jake Claver, who's been all over, big XRP guy. And look, guys, on this channel here, I've interviewed big people in this space before. Armando Pantoja won a freaking award from IBM. He's got over 1 million followers on Instagram. Big XRP guy. Okay? These guys do not think it's going to $1,000. That's not going to happen, guys. Okay? Crypto Mason, another big XRP guy. Also somebody else who would laugh when saying XRP is going to $1,000. And that's rational. I don't see that's going to happen at all, guys. Do I like XRP? Yeah. Do I think it can reach $10 or something by 2030? Yeah. 1,000? Come on. Let's be realistic. Liking Hyperliquid more and more. Absolutely. I say the same thing every day. For Hyperliquid to figure out the fee generation in their first year like that is absolutely freaking insane. The future is so bright if Hyperliquid can continue to make that model better and just keep going. Hyperliquid, man, I mean, you know, this is something I got my eye on. I've been talking about for a minute now, and I actually know somebody who made a couple $100,000 investing early on Hyperliquid, quit his job. Good dude. Shout out to you, bro. But that's basically it. We got a couple other things I want to get to, guys. As all this stuff is happening with the banks, with Brian Armstrong, and with Donald Trump, we see this happen. This is pretty sick. Okay? Chat, let me know in the comments if you use Kraken. This is breaking news. Kraken FX just became the first crypto firm to gain access to the Federal Reserve's core payment system, putting it on the same payment rails as thousands of U.S. banks and credit unions. That is insane, guys. Now, we've seen basically, I don't understand this. I don't know why, but out of all the exchanges in the United States, you see Kraken and Crypto.com get a lot of rights, and you see Coinbase don't get some things. Now, Coinbase is dominating in other areas, but then in some of theirs, like, they don't have this, I don't believe. Crypto.com has always gotten preferential treatment, I feel. They just got something done, a national bank chart. I forget what the hell they got recently last week. I think we covered it. But yeah, the exchange wars in America are very interesting. And, you know, that's why we talk about platforms like Hyperliquid. Right now, I've been trying to move away from platforms like Coinbase. You know, if you're new, guys, you only use exchanges to buy. Don't ever keep your crypto there. You know, don't think twice. Don't trust these platforms. The best thing that you can do in crypto is understand crypto, understand what it is, and utilize self-sovereignty, cold storage wallets, yield and DeFi protocols, you know, etc. In Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, there was big mural of Pepe the Frog at a trading hub place at the bottom of my hotel. It's great to know it's been recognized and coming more and more to light. Damn, bro, Crazy J Travels, you're in Vietnam. Maybe you'll run into Jake Gordon with the VFAT pills. Yeah, guys. You know, Vietnam, that's awesome. Shout out to Pepe. I've never been a holder, but I mean, out of all the meme coins, big community there. Big community there. I know some people who hold Pepe. But yeah, Crazy J Travels, that's awesome. Shout out to Vietnam. Never been. My buddy has. I want to go. Big spot for traders. So shout out to Kraken. Let's keep it moving, guys. Jamie Dimon, okay, JP Morgan CEO. He pushes back on crypto firms saying stablecoin rewards are the same as bank interest. Okay. Are you trying to prove our point for us, big guy? Cool. No one cares, Jamie. No one cares, Mr. Jamie. Why don't we take a listen to Jamie in this clip? It's a 1 and 27-second clip, CNBC. This is Jamie Dimon. Okay, if we're going to take a look at heads and figures of this war, crypto versus the banks, the two figures that we've been seeing the most of is Brian Armstrong representing crypto and Jamie Dimon representing the banks, which I guess makes a lot of sense. Now, the thing is, and we covered it in our video yesterday, so go check it out, guys. Right here, TheCoinZone on YouTube. The banks are completely scared shitless of losing their dominance and their power because Bank of America said it themselves. I think it was Bank of America, not Wells Fargo. They're nervous of losing around $6 trillion, you know, at risk of fleeing and using stablecoin DeFi rails instead. Now, is that our problem? No. Is that everything people want? Is that the reason why crypto exists? Yeah. So I get Charles' frustration 100%. You have guys just doing business, shaking hands and lobbying just to get things done that interest themselves, even though it doesn't represent the ethos of crypto and the reason why this shit was started in the first place. That is super frustrating. And, you know, David Schwartz of XRP just commented on this, basically responding to Charles, like, yeah, he said, you know, I understand the importance of getting this bill passed, but if we can fight for a better one, why wouldn't we? And it's just like, it's kind of an annoying statement because it's an obvious statement. Like, yeah, we should be fighting for the best goddamn possible bill. Like, why wouldn't we? Why aren't we? Are we succumbing to Trump's power and saying, oh, well, that's just how this administration is doing it? No, screw that. This guy promised us all this stuff. We need to tell him, hey, if you want us to actually be the crypto capital of the world, here's what we freaking need. What do you think is a realistic price for CRO coin in the future? Let's see. Let's pull up CRO. I don't really like doing price predictions and analyses on coins that I don't know too much about. I'm not a big lover of holding exchange coins. The only exchange token I would want to hold right now is Hyperliquid. Although I do know we have a large CRO following here in the CoinZone, and I appreciate all you guys for tapping in. I do think CRO has a big future for a number of reasons. The buyback, I think, was a big issue that the community was able to get through. But CRO as a token has a lot of utility behind it because of what they're doing with their debit card, rewards programs, debit cards, excuse me. Marketing is absolutely insane. Crypto.com Arena, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. You have other marketing. CEO is tapped in at the White House, shaking Trump's hand, multiple meetings. You know, CRO has a lot going for it. I think in the future, and I've said this a lot, guys, people, I just don't think anymore this 4-year, bull run. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're just going to see specific coins do well because they are actually freaking useful, because they're actually freaking doing something. This is the difference, guys. How does a company succeed in the stock market after a while? Because they're actually a freaking company, because they're actually freaking doing something. In the crypto space, you could think you're investing in a company and it's a bunch of people who have no idea what they're doing, starting something or trying something, or it's a bunch of scam artists. This space is not the stock market. This is still very much so in its infancy stages, trying to figure it out. To me, the way I equate investing in 99% of these cryptocurrencies, it's like investing in companies before they IPO, like penny stocks, very small companies. And when you do stuff like that, you have to do a crap ton of research about them. So that's what we've been doing here in this space. It's what we do here in the CoinZone, right? Now, the crazy thing is again, guys, most people around the world still think all this stuff is scams and garbage, which the confusing thing is they're not wrong, but at the same time, you can't be so ignorant to think that everything is scams and garbage. Because no, there's a lot of really cool, sick technology in this space. We talk about it a lot. And there's a lot of things that generally for sure could be here in the future. And not only that, could be worth more in the future, be more valuable in the future. That's the whole freaking point of this game, guys. You know, to me, the way I view this space, it's like deciding to starting to invest in Amazon or Apple in 2000. It might take 10 years, but it'll be freaking worth it. So stop trying to hype into and ape into stupid things that are going to come and go. Buy good assets and hold the hell out of them. And that's why I told my buddy to buy Bitcoin and ETH at the end of the day if you're just getting started. And that's it. Chat, any more questions, let me know. Crazy J Travels, appreciate the comments. Beating the odds. Good to see you back in here, man. I appreciate the Hyperliquid comment. I remember seeing you before, some comments in the past. Good to see you back in here. 74 of you guys on live with us right now. Good to see it. Yeah, CRO, I feel like, has a good future. They're going to continue doing their thing. couple other things I wanted to talk about as well. I mean, we got to talk about this. X money. See, here's the real thing, guys. Okay, I've already seen influencers talk about how there's an X money that was just released on Solana. See, these things are created solely to pump and dump. If somebody creates something based on a narrative and they get in early, it's the same exact thing as the Mr. Beast coin. You create a narrative to use it as hype to get people to FOMO in. And so, I know people. Shout out to Crypto Daily News. Made a bunch of money. Got in early, like 10x $1,000 or something like that, because he saw Mr. Beast BFS coin. Got into it like the day it was created or something like that. People had this whole narrative behind it. Oh, this Super Bowl, he's going to announce something. No, it had no ties to it at all. It was completely separate to everything that he was doing. But someone made this narrative, made the coin, and some people profited. 90% of people lost money. And so watch out for that, guys. Scams. People are already putting their money in X money on Solana. Do I think it's actually affiliated with Elon Musk and X? No. So just be careful, guys. Okay. But I will say this, though. Apparently, we have a 6% APY with X money. Debit card plus cash back. Supposedly, this will be a metal card. Yield plus payments inside X equals bank killer model. I mean, I'll be honest. I would for sure obviously use X over a bank. Pretty crazy. Absolutely crazy. And remember, guys, Elon Musk's whole thing is he wants to create an everything app. X is supposed to be an everything app. You can do anything on this app. Message, bank, whatever it is. Social media. So we'll see how this pans out. But anything Elon Musk does, don't sleep. The fact that people sleep on Elon Musk and his products are pretty insane to me. Breaking news, guys. This is just in 2 seconds ago. Wow. White House officially nominates pro-Bitcoin Kevin Warsh to be the new federal chair. Okay, whoever had that one on Polymarket, good for you guys. The names bounced around a little bit here and there. But now we got Kevin Warsh, guys. This is a pro-Bitcoin guy. Good to see. Okay, so Kevin Warsh will be a couple months from now, right? If Powell doesn't step down or whatever happens before then. Oh, whoops. So we got a couple months basically until this next Fed chair steps in, Kevin Warsh. But now we know what's going to happen, guys. Now we have some direction. Pretty wild to see. So, chat, let me know what else is going on in the comments. Been seeing a whole lot of this as well. OKX launches on-chain OS and AI toolkit, enabling autonomous AI agents to trade, pay, analyze markets, and manage wallets across chains. We just covered on Monday, Crypto.com also introduced something similar with OpenClaw. I saw Binance has something with like 8 AI agents as well. So, yeah, you're seeing AI agents completely take over this space. It's pretty crazy. Chat, if anybody's out there listening right now, you guys use OpenClaw or an alternative to do anything crypto trading wise, let me know, or just in general. Very interested. I love this stuff. Apple just released a whole ton of products. M5 chips, you're going to have large language models running off Mac Studios with an M5 chip. Super freaking powerful. That sounds insane, guys. You can create a whole company in a day with that thing. So that's what we're seeing. New MacBooks at $600, A18 chip. Crazy. But chat, let me know out there what you guys are thinking. Seems this war talk, no real news I've seen today in regards to anything solid. Supposedly, I've heard things of Iran reaching out to try to broker a deal now. Most people think this war is going to be over in another week or two. The possibility of this becoming something big, not too sure. I mean, at the end of the day, you do have 14 or something countries now involved. I think Saudi Arabia said they want to strike back at this point. I'm not sure the validity of these things, but it did seem scary for a second, like it could spill over and escalate into something bigger. But also, I still think the sentiment at the end of the day is that's not going to happen. And the crypto markets are kind of pricing that in. You know, yet we haven't seen this crazy sell-off or drop event. And I think things are looking pretty good right now. So we're going to monitor it. I'm going to be at Token 2049 in Dubai at the end of April, hopefully, if all this conflict gets resolved. So stay tuned, guys. Again, I will be attending crypto conferences in the future. So if you want to learn about them, if you want to see them in real life, you can see them through me. So make sure to sub to the channel here and like this video. Share with your friends, your mom, your dad, your dogs. I appreciate you for tapping in. And this is the Coin Zone. I'm your host, Crypto with Paul. Yeah, you guys are the best for commenting, tapping in. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Obviously, right now it is Monday. So I'll see you guys again Friday in a couple days. Make sure to tap back in then. That's basically it. Love going live with you guys. This is a whole lot of fun for me. We talked about a lot today. Looks like we got Kevin Warsh in now. A lot going on, guys. Crazy J Travels, man. Enjoy Vietnam. Sounds a hell of a lot of fun out there, man. I want to go. Seen a lot of cool things. It's Wednesday. Sorry, I don't know what I said, Chief the Yorkie. Yeah, we're doing the Wednesday live stream. We'll be back again on Friday. Chief the Yorkie, thanks for tapping in. Beating the odds, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back again on Friday. That's about it for me, guys. Take care.